The dreaded phone call comes. It can't be true, except it is. Someone you love is dying, or perhaps someone you love has died. Or maybe it's you who finds yourself unexpectedly on the front line. In a moment, everything has changed and nothing makes sense anymore. Today's show goes into the heart of the great unknown. Is there a fearless way to approach death, your own or that of someone you love? Joan Halifax Roshi is a Buddhist priest and one of the world's foremost experts on the subject of death. She grew up in the 60s, a passionate activist for civil rights. Also a trained anthropologist, Joan first encountered death in her 20s when her beloved grandmother died. She has since spent over 4 decades devoted to helping dying people die peacefully. Deeply influenced by Buddhist contemplative practices, she is now 68 and has her own Zen center in New Mexico. She is also the author of the book Being with Dying, Cultivating Compassion and Fearlessness in the Presence of Death.
If I think of the idea of death personally, as one gets older, my response is denial. I don't want to look at it, and especially when I look at older people in my life who are closer, my parents, etc. It is too frightening, and I want your insights on how can you prepare yourself for death?
Well, one of the things that is maybe important is to start now. You know, don't wait till the diagnosis. In a way, what is interesting is that when we're born, we get a kind of death sentence. Our mortality is present at that moment of birth. And so I think that there are many ways to prepare ourselves. The experience of noticing how the mind and the body, through the medium of the mind, changes moment by moment by moment. I think that the contemplation of impermanence, the coming to terms with the truth that not even the thought you have right now is going to stay around your head, that your very body is changing on a moment-to-moment basis.
I recently attended a talk on the 4 seals of the Dharma, which was fairly new to me. And the talk was on impermanence, and it sounded terribly frightening, and then suddenly it sounded terribly freeing. So it was like an aha for me that once you can become comfortable with this fact, it can actually lead to liberation.
Exactly. And I think that's one of the very important virtues of meditation. Meditation is really a critical activity in terms of preparation, not only for death, but for life.